In a world where Nicolas Cage doesn't have a wife anymore, but has a daughter who is also Jewish. A family's hidden past. A box sealed by a brothel. The Crooked Miniature Earring.
Lights, camera, action! Welcome to Movie Makers, a brand new Reckless Removal podcast. I'm Brandon Horvath, along with Brandon Thalinger and Orion Stokely. Hey guys.
Hey.
It's totally not like the third time we're trying this.
Hey,
No,
remember
it's
when
fine.
I asked if we were recording on the first time we were recording? You said yes.
So,
Me too.
yes, and I
Okay.
was pretty sure we were, but we're not. Now we
the
are.
memories. The memories.
Yes. In this podcast, we will create a movie out of random words because I believe the phrase is 1,000 monkeys at a typewriter will eventually type Shakespeare. But there's 3 of us, so it's going to take a while.
Eventually we'll come up with something, but who knows when that'll be.
Yes. So you said 10 words, Brandon, correct?
Yep. Roll for 10 randomized words, and then I will roll a d4, and we will choose that many words. If it's a 1, unless there's a really good one, it will be a reroll.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I'm just entering the words into Skype now. Okay. Are 10 words. And how many are we using, Brandon?
You just
Oh.
roll dice to find.
Oh, you rolled dice.
Well, that's a 1, so unless there's a really good single in there, this is going to get a reroll.
Okay, I don't think so. But
Let's
our
see.
words are correct, bring, shirk, cook, miniature, appear, ear, inquire, tramp, and ring. Sent to you now.
Miniature could work if we could think of something really good, but I
Any
don't
of
know.
those.
I don't know about that. Would be the only one that I would say would work as a single.
I have, like, for correct. See, like,
Let's see here. Do you guys think? I don't know. I think we should re-roll. What do you guys think? I don't think a 1's gonna work here.
Sure.
You say same thing, Orion?
yeah.
Let's get a something. That's another 1, so that's not gonna work. Well, now we got 4. Let's see here.
Inquiring the correct miniature ear.
I mean, I don't think that's gonna work. You know what? Well, hold on. Let me see here. What about the crooked miniature earring?
Oh, okay. The crooked miniature earring.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think we mentioned this, but we can like change the not the tense, but what would it be called then of the words? Like the like you can add ing or ed. You can add the tenses. You can
Okay.
slightly alter it
Yeah.
to fit. So the crooked miniature earring, is that what we want to go with?
Yes.
So
Well, I already have a plot. And,
Okay, this
Is
is
it
good.
horror? Is it horror?
let's put that in the chat so that way we have it there.
I guess for some people.
For some people, this could be horror.
This should
Yeah,
be good.
because it'll be set in like 1943,
Okay.
Okay.
and It'll take place in Germany.
Does this star Nicolas Cage?
It could. Actually, yes.
Actually, you know what? That's something I want to do. All right, we're saying Nicolas Cage, but I want to throw this to the audience. If they want to do the casting for this, because I'll be honest, I'm not great when it comes to remembering actors and their names and stuff. So I want to throw out to the audience, who would they cast in the movie after we come up with the plot?
And maybe we'll bounce back to it at a later point.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, let's do that, and then if we come up with a cast as we go, we could do that too. But so it's actually easier to explain the plot with actors, using actors or whatever.
All right.
So like Nicolas Cage has a daughter who gets taken by Nazis.
Are they robot Nazis?
Yeah, they could. It could be like a futuristic thing, but this would, I guess, it would have to be creepy or like an actual, not robotic times. So this would take place in like the 1940s, but his daughter has the earring, which she got from her grandmom.
Okay.
And her grandmother's ghost is, or whatever, like spirit is attached to it.
Oh, it's possessing the earring. Okay.
Yes. So while she's like in the encampment, like she's not with anybody else, the girl, which I don't know who would play her. I'm trying to think. But
how old would the girl be?
Like 12.
Okay, yeah, child actor. That's going to be hard to.
Yeah, I was thinking the way you were describing it, maybe more about 8 to 10, but I could also see this like creepy girl being 12.
Yeah, and you know, like what a Dybbuk box is.
I do not.
I can't say I do.
It's a basically a spirit box that now I'm just thinking of Louis C.K. bit where he says how if you say Jew, it can sound depending on how you say it. But so Jewish people had a Dybbuk box where they caught evil spirits and they close it and they would like put, I guess, like a hair or something from themselves in there.
Okay.
And close it, and it'd keep like a demon or like an evil spirit trapped in the box.
Huh.
Kind of like Ghostbusters before Ghostbusters.
So was this box also closed by a brothel coupon?
It could have been. But so let's say like the earring would be in the box and somehow got taken out. So the demon.
Oh, like the daughter found it in the attic.
Yeah,
Like it'd been forgotten about.
Yeah, and like the grandmother or whatever put it in there to like, you know, because there's like a demon, she didn't hide it well or some shit.
So is there a second earring that comes into play later on?
It could be. Maybe that's like where her grandmom's spirit is, and the one she has a demon in it.
Oh,
interesting.
So she's at this. It all will take place in this prison, and the girl's fine, but like the guards, like the Nazi guards, are just like getting like murdered by this demon.
So will Nicolas Cage need to venture through the prison to save his daughter?
Yeah, and eventually he has to fight the thing somehow.
So wait, is the demon like possessing other people then? Is that how this is working?
I think that it would possess the girl.
Okay, it would be possessing the girl.
Yeah.
So more
Okay,
like
well then I how would that work? Because when like the Nazis be noticing that this girl is always around when their people are being killed.
Maybe it would also like do things like not like psychic powers, but something where it's not just her like doing the murdering.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be like in another room doing something.
Well, I mean that's my point though. Like, wouldn't she still have to be nearby?
Oh yeah.
Like that's what I'm getting at. Like they would notice that she would be nearby. The thing is that like I think it would make more sense for it to be jumping from person to person.
Yeah, I guess so.
Would you need to wear the earring in order to have the spirit possess you?
Oh, what if like what if like the person that's wearing the earring is essentially like the home base then for the demon,
Yeah,
right?
That works.
But the demon can jump from other people to other people for like a short amount of time.
Oh.
So like I guess Nicolas Cage, all that stuff takes place, and Nicolas Cage like does some Nicolas Cage shit, gets to the prison.
Does he go crazy and have crazy laughter?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. What if he gets possessed by the demon and that's when he starts losing his mind?
Well, that would be a great plot hook.
That's the reason why he keeps losing it.
So, imagine like.
So we saved the Nicolas Cage crazy for like the end credits tag where he's just losing his mind like he normally does in like Face Off or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to take his face off.
Exactly.
Let's see, like he can't figure out how to fight it. I guess I'd assume like the entire prison is like.
I would assume then that like the family's religious, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he would probably have like a rosary or something, or to try and like fend off the demon.
And the prison, I guess, would be for the most part empty, besides like a couple people.
Like there's still a handful of like guards around, but they're still freaking out all the deaths that just are mysteriously happening.
So he can pretty much just like walk in.
Or even like Hitler is just like sending more guards, wouldn't he?
Word gets out.
So is this late World War II, early World War II?
He said 1940s, so I'm assuming on the later end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like 43 or so.
Yeah. So, the final, maybe not, I guess now I'm thinking of the sequel. But, yeah, I don't know how they would go about destroying it. I guess a regular exorcism type thing.
No. Maybe a high-ranking Nazi realizes this power of the earring and needs...
Oh, yeah, because the Nazis were super into occult shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the lead Nazi at the internment camp will wear the earring, and then Nicolas Cage will pull out the earring that has the grandmother's spirit in, and they have some kind of spirit duel or something like that, with like the holy power of the grandmother against the evil demon power of the demon earring.
And that Nazi guy will be played by Dolph Lundgren.
I just imagining him like getting into the cell with Louis, like, and what do we have here? As he plucks like the earring off of the girl's ear. It's like, very interesting. Herr Hitler would be very interested in this. And he like clips it onto his ear.
Will he forcefully rip it off?
No. He does it real gently in like the most creepy way possible.
Ooh.
Flip on the earring.
It's like, Herr Hitler might be very interested in this, but perhaps I should test it myself.
Ooh.
And then I should get a big promotion, I should think.
Ooh. That sounds really, really good. So will this be like jump scare horror, or will this be like psychological?
Have you ever seen Paranormal Activity?
Yeah.
I would
have
think
not.
something along those lines.
Where it's it'd be more almost like a thriller,
Okay.
and then horror, I guess.
But yeah, like
Oh, no.
we call it the crooked miniature earring, right? Like the earring's obviously extremely small. Like it's not a big hoop or anything, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's probably like crooked in
Bigger
like
the hoop,
some way.
bigger the hoe.
But
Yeah.
you know, the one with the grandmother in it is perfectly round, like as if it's completely new still.
Oh.
But the one with the demon in it is like rusted or not rusted, but like it's tarnished and like
Oh.
old and crooked and it's small.
But were
So
they
obviously
once a
there'd be a
pair?
difference. What's that?
Were they once a pair? of
That's what I
earrings?
was thinking. They're a
Oh.
pair.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting to.
Yeah, I think they would be a pair, but because the one's got the demon in it, it's tarnished and it looks old and a little messed up. Like if like you probably wouldn't be able to tell if the two were together, but with them being apart and you only see one, it seems kind of like normal as if it's meant to be that way.
Is the demon at all related to the grandmother, or does the grandmother know the demon from somewhere?
Maybe the grandma and her friends, like, I don't know how old the Ouija board is, but maybe they summoned the demon by accident or some shit like that.
I was leaning toward like the mother being like the grandmother being like a holy woman, right?
Okay.
And this was one of the demons she managed to exorcise
Oh, yeah.
into the ring.
Yeah, that's
Into the
actually
earring?
pretty good.
Here's the other thing too. Which side of the family is this grandmother from? The mother's side or
The
the father's
mother's side, and the
Okay.
mother's passed away.
Yeah, okay, so that would make sense that
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage wouldn't know immediately what it is, like if he ever saw his daughter wearing it before she was taken.
Okay.
Like that would be the interesting thing too, right? The Nazis break in, it's like, you, sir, are not a Jew. You're fine. Like the Jewish side comes from the mother's side, but they take his daughter because she's
Yeah.
half Jew.
Oh.
You may have fraternized with the Jews, but it says you're a Christian here in the dockets. So long as we take your daughter, it should be no problem. The mother died in childbirth.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's the easy way to write her out of the story. Like she died in childbirth.
Yeah, you don't even need to really do anything.
Mhm.
Like, no flashbacks for the girl or anything.
Yeah, no flashbacks. We wouldn't have to worry about any of that. So basically what we're getting is girl discovers possessed earring, wears possessed earring. World War II happens and she's taken from from her father. Father wants to get her back after like wrestling probably for like a few days over like losing his life completely to the Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Or saving his daughter, or trying to save his daughter, even though he's completely outmanned and there's almost no way he's getting out of it alive.
Yeah.
Probably picks up an earring that was left to him by his wife, or like was one of the earrings his wife was wearing actually as she died, giving birth.
Okay.
And that's the one with the grandmother in it. And meanwhile, the daughter is like got the demon inside the earring, which is just going on a rampant killing spree inside the internment camps that she's in.
Now, does the demon possess the person in classic possession way, or does it manifest itself in some form, like changing the girl's appearance to be more demonic, kind of like that famous Exorcist, kind
I
of
would
like
say no, because then it would be way too suspicious. Like I would say the only difference when like the demon is actively possessing her is that her demeanor changes.
Okay, like no eye color change even?
I would say no. I would say it's just a demeanor change. Like she starts looking down more. She doesn't stare at people like she would like a girl that's not sure what's going on. Like rather than being in like a frightened position, she's now like more stable. I think is the better word for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like she's no longer got like that frightened voice, and it's just a straight. Maybe the voice changes when she's being actively possessed.
Okay.
Maybe that would be it.
Will the demon overlay her voice, or will her voice become serious?
It depends.
I think the demon would overlay.
Yeah. I would say overlay. Maybe it's not like the super deep, like I'm going to kill it kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, more like it's a warped version of the girl's voice.
Yeah.
That's overlaying over the actual voice.
Okay, so we won't have to hire anybody to voice the demon.
Just to warp it.
Okay.
Like it's the same thing when the demon's possessing any of the other, like when it jumps to another body, it's just the same voice but overlaid and tweaked.
Oh, okay.
So that it's like kind of warped.
Okay.
But then, like the climax of the movie, the demon shows its actual form.
So the demon physically manifests itself then.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that because then it kind of breaks the idea of the ring. Like the ring would have to break in that case for it to physically manifest, I would think.
Yeah, but like once, I guess, but like going back to the Dybbuk box, like once that opens up, that kind of like allows that sort of thing to happen.
Wouldn't
it would be able to attach itself to that, but also.
All right, because I was thinking like the Dybbuk box in this case was just kind of the ring itself.
Oh.
That's the way I was taking this so far.
Okay.
So either I would say the ring would end up, if we take that like standpoint, it would be the ring that would have to break, the earring that would have to break, or like the I'm trying to think like how else would that work? Either that or somebody would have to wear it, like somebody else. Like I said, we have that earring being passed on to like the Nazi leader in that camp at that point.
Yeah, I guess that could work because then the only thing keeping it from manifesting is having that girl who is blood related to the grandmother.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That could be too.
Somehow. And then like that would happen kind of like in not the final act, but I guess.
Well,
close.
in that case of possession, the grandmother must have died kind of young-ish, so that when she possesses Nicolas Cage, Nick won't be a frail old woman.
He's not physically manifesting.
No, I meant like manifests itself in his body.
I mean, I wasn't expecting him to physically change into an old woman.
No, I mean like his demeanor, like you were saying, like the girl becomes like the demeanor of the demon, like darker, more serious.
Well, who cares? Like, the point is, if he like the demeanor of Nick turns into like that of an elderly woman, she's still going to be pissed off if she's a religious one and this is a demon she's facing down.
But will she allow Nick some control of his body in order to fight the demon-possessed Nazi leader?
It would all depend. I would say no. I would say that she fully takes over.
Nicolas Cage tried to do an old woman voice.
You know what? No, I just realized how this ends, right?
Okay.
So the demon and the old woman fight each other, right?
Okay.
And maybe we could have like special effects, kind of like stupid spirits battling over top of the two bodies or whatever.
Yeah.
But the end result is that both rings shatter.
Oh.
Now, here's what happens. The old woman, the grandmother, ascends to heaven. The demon stays on Earth.
Oh.
And can now possess anyone he wants. He's not stuck with the Nazi leader right now.
Oh.
And in this case, he takes over Cage, and now we get our next, now we get our section for the sequel, right?
Oh.
But here's the point, right? The demon doesn't immediately start controlling Cage. It's kind of one of those things where it's like he's poisoning him over time. So at the end of the movie, it doesn't seem like it until we get to the, end credits where we get that teaser.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like Nick will do a mannerism of the demon, kind of like twisting his head in a certain way.
I was leaning more toward he just put his daughter to bed, right?
Yeah.
His daughter's safe and sound in her room, puts her to bed, kisses her goodnight, gets out of the room, and as he's walking away, he does that, like you said, a tick of the demon.
Oh.
Or he starts acting in a way that's far more crazy Nicolas Cage.
Interesting.
Or even better, after he closes the door on the daughter, we just get maybe him at his desk in a room, whether that's the basement or his room, and it's just a zoom in of him from the back, a slow zoom in with the only light being a candle or something that's on the desk, and he's hunched over it, and as the zoom in comes on his back, you just start hearing him muttering shit and start doing crazy. Eventually, it's just immediate turnaround to face the camera with this crazy look in his eye.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or I was thinking the shadow cast from the candle is the demon shadow.
Or that's good too. That's a good one too.
Ooh.
I like that.
Ooh. That might be.
The only problem I would have with that is that there's nothing leading up to showing that the shadow cast previously was that of the demon. We'd have to have that throughout the entirety of whoever has the earring as a demon shadow.
Yeah, or like you said, when they're fighting, they would see, I guess, a form of it, the spirits kind of showing themselves.
Or maybe a flashback, one of those mirror image flashbacks that are Nicolas Cage fighting the Nazi guy in the same way the grandmother fought the demon 40, 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would have to take place to explain pretty much the entire plot of the movie. So, yeah, that'd work.
We've essentially got a sequel halfway made, and we've got the initial movie now with just crazy Nicolas Cage the entire time in the sequel.
Yeah, but I would say him walking out of the Darzoom does a little twitch or something, and then just continues walking whoa, that was weird, but just continues walking along.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
From a movie called the Crooked Miniature Earring. That's a pretty good so far.
Yes. So, tune in next week for another movie.
Oh, and if you guys want to cast a little girl and the Nazi, general or whatever, and if you don't like Cage in there, please give us ideas. I'd love to know who you would cast for any of these roles.
Chris Pratt.
God.
It would have to be Nicolas Cage.
At this point, yes, we center this around Cage's insanity too much for the main character, the father not to be Cage.
Now, is this
the Nazi leader's Idris Elba?
Is this 2018 Nicolas Cage or more 2010 Nicolas Cage where he was crazier?
I prefer the crazier alternative.
Yeah.
for that end. Like no. He plays 2018 Nicolas Cage all the way up until the ending where it goes into 2010 Nicolas Cage.
Like over the top. Why did it get burned?
Yes. Like that's it. That's the sequel. That's 2010. It's 2010 Nicolas Cage.
And all the time he's trying to fight the demon internally.
Yes. Like him shouting like that is how he's trying to like argue against the demon. Like the demon's talking to him in his head, and his shouting is him arguing against the demon.
Huh. Interesting. This is going to be really great.
It's so dumb. I love it.
I think that's how a lot of these will end up. So dumb, but it's going to be marvelous.
Oh god, it's so stupid and I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, and in the sequel we can have a reference where he's like his head is on fire or something, and it's a reference to fucking
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Jesus.
Okay.
Or even better, like he's walking by like a bonfire or something, and it's just the fire's around his head because it's in the background.
Ooh.
Done. Ghost Rider reference. Done.
So, that wraps up this episode of Movie Makers. Tune in next week and make movies with us. So, later.
Bye.